On the podium, Jun-sil, about to become president, was passionately delivering his vision for peaceful Korean unification. But the next second, a gunshot shattered all those beautiful dreams. Jun-sil collapsed to the ground as blood stained the podium. What's bizarre is that the assassin immediately committed suicide by poison on the spot, and all leads seemed to die with him. But Moon-Ju, as a former diplomat, keenly sensed that this assassination was anything but simple and began investigating secretly. She discovered that the last person the assassin met before the attack was actually her husband's own brother Jun- and a prosecutor. This discovery hit Moon-Ju like a ton of bricks. She went to ask her husband's secretary and learned that her husband had frequently mentioned someone with a codename Squirrel before his death. Back home, flipping through old photos, she found her answer Jun-san had been bitten by a squirrel as a child, leaving a scar on his face, so Jun-sil gave his brother this nickname. Her husband's frequent mentions of squirrel before the assassination were definitely no coincidence. Moon-Ju confronted Jun- directly, faced with her accusations. Jun-san's reaction was unexpected. Instead of denying it, he admitted to following his brother, but his reasoning was even more shocking. As a special investigation prosecutor, he suspected his brother Jun-sil of treason. However, Jun-san claimed he had formed a secret investigation team that was officially investigating but actually destroying evidence to protect his brother. Jun-san revealed crucial information. The man who controlled the scene at the church that day was named Beeks and Ho, codename Mark, a member of Valkyria, America's top mercenary organization. This group only cares about money, not people they can kill or protect any target. But Moon-Ju refused to believe her husband was a spy and returned to the church seeking answers. When knocking got no response, Moon-Ju pushed open the door to find chaos inside and the priest lying in a pool of blood. Suddenly, someone covered her mouth. It was Mark. He confirmed the priest was dead, but the ransacked room showed the killer was obviously searching for something. Just then, the killer appeared, seeing the pen in the killer's hand. Mark confirmed this was indeed the murderer and immediately engaged in intense combat. Using his superior skills, he subdued the attacker and was about to question him about his purpose when knocking came from behind, and the killer took advantage of the chaos to escape. Mark led Moon-Ju out to the church's secret chamber. This underground hideout, built during the Japanese occupation, absolutely amazed Moon-Ju. Mark explained that this church had a codename, the Catacombs, and both he and the priest were members. Finally, Moon-Ju asked the burning question: was Mark really a Valkyria mercenary? Mark revealed that his contract with Valkyria had ended last year. Furthermore, Mark had found in the priest's Bible an identical business card to the one the killer had, and the priest had been poisoned, the killing method far beyond ordinary assassins. More importantly, the priest had mentioned that he planned to deliver important information left by Congressman Jun-sil during the next day's mass. At this moment, Moon-Ju also remembered that her husband had indeed said he had something important to tell her when he returned from the church.